This is how shampoo commercials are made. The actress doesn't need to strip at all. Instead, she wears a flesh-colored bodysuit and just exposes her shoulders. From the camera's angle, there's no hint of any flaw. The director asked her to portray a housewife enjoying a shower, but Mary had no experience, and no matter how she acted, it came across as fake. The director, frustrated, yelled, "Cut," over and over again. After several takes, with her hair almost all washed out, Mary couldn't hold back her anger and exploded at the director, her emotions running high. The director, completely afraid of upsetting her, could only try to calm her down and suggested that she imagine herself as a housewife, relax, and get into the role. Slowly, Mary began to settle into the character, showing a soft, dreamy expression. At that moment, the shampoo gleamed with golden light, and something magical happened. Mary opened her eyes and realized she was no longer on set, but in a real cramped bathroom, surrounded by clutter with bathrobes hanging behind the door. She picked up one robe and sniffed it, only to find that it smelled like her own scent. She quickly wrapped her damp body in the robe and cautiously opened the door. She saw two kids running past her into the living room, and a man sitting on the sofa, deeply engrossed in his game. Mary suddenly realized that something wasn't right. She had initially thought this was all a prank, so she opened the door and walked toward the stairs to find the director and confront him. At that moment, the man quickly grabbed her and pulled her back into the room. Mary was shocked when he coldly told her, "In Turkey, a woman who walks out like this and shows her body to others. Are you crazy?"
Stop this stupid shit of a joke right now! Where's the lighting guy? Man, where's the director?
Mary couldn't understand the man's words. He continued to insist, saying he was Jeff, and Mary was his wife, Linda, and they had 2 children together. Unable to accept such absurd claims, Mary was filled with confusion and disbelief. She quickly grabbed her skirt and rushed out the door, jumped into a taxi, and headed straight for her boyfriend, Tom. Tom was incredibly handsome. She took off her coat and immediately sat on the couch, exhausted, and fell asleep almost instantly. Tom, bewildered, had no idea who she was. Mary suddenly realized this had to be another prank. She quickly stood up from the couch and was stunned when she saw her best friend Kelly, who was dressed in disheveled clothes, coming out of the bedroom with an awkward expression. Mary immediately thought she had been betrayed, and her emotions spiraled. She grabbed her clothes, returned to the taxi, and told the driver to take her to the bar where her friends often gathered. Once at the bar, she raised her glass and drank it all in one go. Then, she calmly asked her friends if they knew about Tom and Kelly's affair and why they had all kept it from her. One of the guys at the bar laughed and casually said, "Who are you? You come in and talk about $200? I don't even know you." At that moment, Mary panicked. She realized that the friends she had been drinking with just the night before were now all claiming they didn't know her. Feeling utterly defeated, she had no choice but to ask the taxi driver to take her back to Jeff's house. But that night, things took an unexpected turn when Jeff insisted she sleep with him.